My friends, one of the things I tried so hard to do when I taught my people 2000 years ago was to show them who God really is. Our Hebrew scriptures are an account of how my people wrestled with this from the days of Abraham onward. And I myself wrestled with our scriptures for many years before sharing what my heart told me to be true. In one sentence, what I wanted to share back then is that our Creator is a God of unconditional and steadfast love, compassion, and forgiveness, who wants nothing more from us as human beings than to be likewise loving, compassionate, and forgiving. Our Hebrew scriptures show how my people often failed to understand who God really is. But as I read the scriptures, I understood that over the centuries there was a growing awareness, especially in the words of the prophets, of who God is. Our religious leaders taught for centuries that worshipping God was about obeying laws and commandments and about staying pure. So they believed they spoke for God when they developed these laws, many of which were admittedly advanced for their time. To help people remain faithful to these commandments, the leaders told stories about a God who once wiped out all human life on earth, except for one family, when people did what was wrong in God's eyes. And they described a wrathful God who required a variety of sacrifices to be appeased, a God who killed the firstborn of Egypt to lead God's chosen people out of slavery and into the promised land, a God who ordered God's chosen people to wipe out every man, woman, and child in that promised land, so that they would not be corrupted by their impure neighbors, a God who is always ready to judge, condemn, and punish those who disobey God's commandments. Does this God sound like a loving, compassionate, and forgiving Creator? Is this really the kind of God you want to worship? I do not think so. A God such as that would not deserve your worship. In my teaching, I sought to explain that God is about forgiveness, about loving enemies, and above all, about compassion towards all whom God has created. To my horror, after my death, my followers started to talk about God condemning sinners to an eternity in the fires of hell, a subject I will address in my next message.